Support for Another Round comes from Squarespace. Go to squarespace.com today for a domain experience that's transparent and easy to set up. Just make sure you enter offer code Another Round at checkout to get 10% off. Make your next move with Squarespace. Hey y'all, what's up?
How you doing?
We have a secret.
What's the secret?
It's not really a secret. We've been talking about it for a while. We going to Chicago.
Hey.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be June 21st, 8:00 p.m. at Talia Hall. We are going to sit down and talk to sociologist extraordinaire Eve Ewing.
Yes.
We're going to hang out, chit-chat with the one and only Jamila Woods.
Yes.
Voice of an angel. Can't wait to hang
yes.
out with her. And then we're going to have some fun with hip-hop youth crew Kuumba Links, who's going to dance and celebrate and turn up. And we will clap our hands while they do the actual dancing.
Exactly.
Because neither of us should be doing
Let
that.
the professionals handle this. Yo, shout out to Chicago. Y'all got some dope peoples.
And y'all also have a great zoo.
Also that.
I really like.
We'll explore that later.
Yeah, after the show, let's all go to the zoo. But first, you got to come to the show. For tickets and information, go to wbez.org/events. Come and see us.
Bring your person.
Yeah.
Bring us pizza.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'm Heben.
I'm Tracy.
And welcome to Another Round with Heben and Tracy.
Woo!
Bow, bow, bow.
Woo! Woo!
Woo, woo.
Woo!
Woo.
Woo! What if the only way you could express joy was to go woo!
Woo.
Woo!
Woo.
Woo!
Woo. 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 Woo.
That would be a sad life.
Oh.
Hi, Heben.
Hi, Tracy.
Life is not that sad because we have a range of emotions.
Oh.
For the most part. I have two.
Okay, some days we'd be working with two. These like that.
What's up? Why are we in the stew today?
So we're going to chat with the Lucas brothers.
What?
The comedic duo have a new Netflix special.
And it's weird because they're twins and they sound just alike.
Right, so if you haven't encountered them before, it takes a little getting used to.
Yeah.
They're identical twins.
It took me a minute to sit with it and be like, okay.
Yeah.
Two different people.
Right.
Same face, same voice. Kind of the same joke, but different roles in the joke.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's a lot to work through, but it's fun.
I'm excited to hang out with them later.
Yes. So if you are into like a light stoner comedy, a comedy with a little slow burn to it, if you will.
Yeah, where you're just like,
That's a little Nina pun right there.
Oh, I got it. Slow burn.
You know what I'm saying? With just the right sprinkle of like Reagan and politics and stuff.
Right.
And black existential dread.
A little bit of fuck Nixon in there.
Yes.
And we jokes.
Yeah.
It's a perfect evening.
I thoroughly enjoyed smoking and watching.
Speaking of things that you will thoroughly enjoy,
Ooh.
I'm super excited because one of my favorite people on the planet is going to be here today in the studio. Her name is Akoto Jenkins. Her last name is not really Jenkins.
Okay.
Her name is Akoto Ofori-Atta. And we might be in a singing group together, and we might introduce ourselves to you later, but we're definitely going to be doing an Adlib game.
Ooh.
And I'm so excited.
90s R&B ad-libs, to be specific.
To be Pacific.
Exactly.
Yes. I can't wait. I love me an Adlib.
I'm excited.
Let's do it.
Get in the zone. The Buttertones zone.
Yeah. Did you steal from an AutoZone commercial?
But it worked. It worked.
It did.
It worked.
Butterzone.
I love it already.
Y'all, Coco's drunk. It's going to be great. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go.
All
Ready?
right, I'm ready. Hi, I'm Coco.
And I'm Shay.
And we are the Buttertones.
We are in the studio with our good friend, Akoto Ofori-Atta, a.k.a. Coco of the world-famous group, the Buttertones.
We're your favorite R&B group's favorite R&B group.
Ooh.
That hasn't put out a
yes.
single yet.
Never.
Not yet, but we working on it. So here's the backstory. Akoto and I have a singing group called the Buttertones.
Mm-hmm.
She is Coco. You get it, Coco Butter. And I am Shay. as in
Okay.
Shay Butter.
All right. Tell us about it.
How did this start? I don't even remember really.
I don't know. We
Were
was
you drunk?
probably drunk one day, singing and harmonizing, and you got real hype. And I was
Okay,
like,
actually, I'm so happy to be here because Heben, I don't even think you know this about Tracy. Tracy has an amazing ability to hear harmony.
wow.
And like, this is not something that people know, I don't think.
Nobody.
I didn't say that
nobody
she could
knows it's
sing,
you.
even
That's
though
important. That's an important distinction because I don't be doing
say
that.
that-
Everyone noted that she did not say. she
Write
could
that down.
sing.
Right. And I say that out of Buttertone's character. I would never say that like actually in Buttertone's character.
I
But
respect that.
she can hear like every single part. So we
I
were
do
just
be hearing
singing
harmonies.
Yeah, and it was like crazy. And like, you know, she'll just start like singing the second part. And I'm like, oh shit, bitch, that sounds right.
And then then it falls apart when Dakota gets too hype and too excited. She's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh
Because
shit.
harmonies are a really beautiful thing to hear. And when
They
you're just singing
are,
a song
but they're
and
so
somebody just
difficult.
they're difficult.
They're
But
so
Heben,
difficult.
if you're singing the hook to your favorite song and Tracy just chimes in with the second part, you're going to stop singing because you're going to be in awe. You're like, yo, that sounded amazing.
So you told the world something about me that nobody really knows about my ear for harmony. Something that I feel like everybody who knows you knows is that you are a stickler for a good ad lib. You love you an ad lib.
Oh, I love an ad lib too.
Can you talk to me about your love of an ad lib? Like, when did you realize that this was something important to you?
There are many stories. There are many reference points that I could like share right now.
Give us
one. When I was 5, I went to Ghana, and I don't remember everything that happened, but I do remember that there were a lot of kids playing in the backyard.
Okay.
And it was around Christmas time, and I decided that we needed to have a choir and sing Jingle Bells.
Oh.
And so I arranged a Jingle Bells like thing, and I remixed it.
Okay.
All
right.
I was 5, and I was like, there was an ad lib in the remix.
What do you remember the ad lib of Jingle Bells?
God, don't make me do that.
But do you remember it?
I do remember. Okay, so you know how Jingle Bells jingle all the way. I'll just say.
I've heard it.
I'll just say that after the way, I'd be like, the way.
Okay.
It's very cute. So
Oh,
sweet.
I love that. I'm
was very
imagining you like little mini P. Diddy.
Right, and I was
take that.
That's
This
exactly
is
what I want to
basically
be.
that scene in the beginning of What's Love Got to Do with It when she gets put out for ad libbing too much in the choir.
Young lady, what is wrong with you? You just cut out all that wild gyration and blues shouting in here. It ain't the 4th of July picnic, and you ain't singing with Mr. Bootsy Whitelaw and his slide trombone.
Okay, so we've got your history with the ad lib. Gonna start off with a question for you. Who, in your mind, is the king or queen of the ad lib?
It's hard because it changes day to day, but I've been listening to Cisco for quite a bit.
Yo.
Past month. I think he's a strong contender for top spot.
Wow.
Yeah,
I agree
mean,
with that.
Cisco has no chill. Like he can't.
None.
He can't be on a track and be like, ooh,
Cooling in the background.
just like hard, and it's always like punctuated properly. Listen to Beauty again if you don't have it in your rotation.
That
Listen
would be
to what
a good
he
song
does.
to harmonize to, by the way.
Listen to what he does at the end of that song.
Okay.
I've been listening to a lot of Whitney lately.
Ooh.
And I think that, like, obviously, while she has, like, a beautiful, like, big voice, her subtle, like, on Shoop, which is like, Shoop, Shoop, Shoop. Yeah, that. Like, it's just really subtle and nice.
You also have a great ad lib finger. You know, there's
You
rap
do.
hands and then there's ad lib finger.
I love that.
Shout out
the
to
run
Mariah. She
finger.
taught me.
Yes.
the run finger.
The run finger. Shout out to Mariah. So, yeah, I think those, like, right now. But if you ask me next week, I could say somebody.
Okay. Well,
completely
I will ask you next week.
Okay.
Okay, it is time
Oh, dear.
for the maiden voyage of the Adlib Quiz.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
There are a couple of, how do you say the word, caveats?
What?
that how you
you
say
just
it?
said it.
You
What are you
got
talking about?
The first time I saw it, I thought it was caveats. I was like, that's weird. So I've never
Let
said
me
it
set
out.
down some caveats.
This is why I don't be saying words out loud if I don't know how to say it.
One kavit.
So most of these are going to be 90s era, because when I think of ad libs, like that's like the golden age of ad libs, I think is like in the 90s.
Okay.
Secondly, there were very few women on this list because I cannot actually sing, and I didn't want to get caught up trying to sing a Beyonce ad lib and just playing myself. So I got 3 rounds for you.
Okay.
First is going to be pretty quick, pretty easy, just like standards.
Okay.
You don't have to name the song that it's from, just
Okay.
the person. This
Okay.
is someone's staple ad lib, right?
Okay.
I'm so glad I'm not guessing because I wouldn't know any of these.
So round 2 is going to be a little more specific.
Okay.
Still a cappella, still no backing track, but I feel like they're accessible enough. And since I recognize this is a little tough, if you need hints, I got you on the hints. First one's so easy. Like, it's kind of an insult that I'm even like positing this to you right now.
If
But
you're sure I'm going to get it, then let's go for it.
Okay,
But I doubt
okay.
it.
Are we
Even
ready?
Heaven's got this one.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, Jodeci.
Bam! You see how fast that happened?
So
That's what
fast.
I'm talking about.
So
Okay.
fast.
Number 2. Ow!
Michael Jackson.
That's
You're
the
doing
one I know.
great.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
That's good.
I know that, man.
Okay. This is a good one. You ready? Girl.
What?
I will do it again. Girl.
I literally don't know.
Okay.
I'm so excited I'm not a Coda right now. Because that was wild.
Girl.
It was Kim. Because he'd be like, girl.
Oh.
All the time.
Oh my God.
You did wrong. Girl.
Now it makes sense.
See?
Isolated, it's hard to figure out.
This is very tough.
That was the hard one.
That was the hardest
two
one
were
in this
easy.
in this
Okay.
first one. Okay.
Okay.
And one more, and then we're gonna move to the specifics. This is
Okay.
just like the warm up. This is the
Okay.
appetizer. Okay. Yay! Yay!
Cisco.
Yeah. Bam. Duh.
Okay,
Okay.
that's
Here's
good.
one for you. Do you know
Okay.
this one?
Okay.
Yay! Yay! Yeah. Yeah.
That is my
Yes, it's your signature ad-lib.
that is my signature ad-lib.
Would you
Alicia
like to
Keys.
perform it for the people?
You said Alicia Keys.
That is Alicia Keys.
Oh, is it? I thought that was just you. But you've adopted it as your own.
It had okay, yes. Alicia
Okay,
Keys did
yeah.
a cover of a Gladys Knight song on her second album,
Okay.
If I Were Your Woman.
I have never known what song that comes from because you just do it all the time.
I do it all the
was just
time.
like,
I literally pick up the phone like that.
Oh my God.
Hello? Yeah. Oh wait.
God.
I gotta
love
tell you
it.
about my favorite made up ad lib.
Ooh,
at
what
the
is it?
end.
Uh-huh.
It's y'all, it's so funny.
Wait, no, we got time.
Okay.
Yes, no, maybe.
So I used to work at Outback Steakhouse.
Ooh, no rules, just right.
No rules, just right.
Yes.
Lemon onion. So when I was in college in Hampton, Virginia, I worked in Outback, and we used to clown all the time because there was a whole bunch of college kids. And there was this one girl, her name was Jenny, short, little, cute,
I feel like I know this story. I'm
blonde
so excited.
chick
Uh-huh.
with a lot of soul. Just
Sure.
out here, just out here with a lot of depth in the vocals.
Okay.
You know.
Right.
And so we worked in takeout together, and we had a really obnoxious customer that would call pretty frequently. So, she gets off the phone with the customer and looks at the phone
Oh my gosh.
and goes, "Shut up, bitch." Until this day, it is my favorite thing to sing. And I purposely only tell this story like once every other year. Because
Yes.
it's so good that I just can't.
I love that.
Shut up, bitch is a good ass
I
ad-lib.
feel like you did that once we were walking home from somewhere drunk and somebody said something. You were just like, shut up, bitch.
Shout out to
That's
Jenny from
it.
Outback, if that's her
Shout
name.
out
I don't
to
remember.
That's even your real name.
I know, but I just like really, I'll never forget that moment. It was great.
Okay, are we ready?
This.
Okay, one of my favorite ad-libs ever. Look at me. I can't stop crying.
That'd be Carl Thomas Summer Rain for 200.
Oh, here's the thing. It is Carl Thomas.
Oh no!
It's not Summer
Rain! No!
I'm emotional. Look at me. I can't stop crying. Inside my heart is
Here's your next one in round 2.
Okay.
Shooby-doop, dwee-doop, dwee-dee.
I don't mean to hurt you, baby. Now I just gotta say the artist in the song. Oh no. Donald Jones, Where I Want to Be.
Yes, nice.
Yes.
Ding, ding, ding.
That was good.
Okay. You a little too good at this. A little too good. This one's very dramatic.
Okay.
Very short, but I feel like everything that you need is in there.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
That was beautiful. Tracy.
The look.
In her eyes, the determination.
You felt it, right?
I did.
Yo, I was in emotional turmoil.
Okay, can I get the
so
second
emotional.
line, please?
You can get it up to a point because then the title of the song comes
Okay.
out. But yes, you got it. You ready?
Uh-huh.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do because I know I've come to the.
Ooh. Pass. Don't know.
Oh, it sounds like somebody else knows. Oh,
Heben, go, because I don't know it.
It's the end of the road.
yes, it was End of the Road.
Oh, I got it.
That's
Somebody
one
gotta
rare
fire
one
me
I
for
would have
that.
heard in the
No,
wild.
Hey.
Wait.
Yeah,
What
at the
part
very end, where he just goes crazy at the end. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do because I know I've come to the end.
Oh, no, we've come
to the end of the road. You ain't no race till I can't let you go.
Wave your lighters, everybody.
It's unnatural. You belong to me. I belong
still hitting
to
nothing.
you. Okay, so now they're gonna get a little more difficult.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Oh, shit.
Yo, that was really good.
Thank you. There
You got it. You got it.
Shana.
Whoa.
Montel Jordan, this is how we do it.
This is how we do it.
Hey,
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
hey, this is how we do it. Shana-na-na-na-na-na. Yes. That was good.
That was a
man.
beautiful That was delightful.
I was
Tracy.
scared. I was nervous as shit.
Oh, okay.
Y'all
So-
did that.
Okay.
So up until now, we've been doing 90s. I'm gonna take it back a little bit to the 70s, I think.
Ooh.
Oh.
I will give you a hint. So I first encountered this ad lib because of a one Robert Kelly, but
thought
he
it was-
took that from someone else.
He did.
He did.
Okay, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say Donny Hathaway.
Ooh, good, but no. This is so obscure. I will sing the beginning of the song for you.
Okay.
Boom, ba boom, boom, boom. Girl, you know I love you.
Ooh. Damn, who the fuck is it?
Lenny Williams, Because I Love You. That was admittedly and
That was
purposefully
hard.
tricky. It was.
Okay, I'm going to listen to Lenny because that
Okay.
sounds good.
Okay. Mama.
Johnny Gill.
Yeah.
My.
Cause this was so fun. You
Yes.
did great.
Thank
You
you
both for
won,
having
by
me.
the way.
Did I?
Yes.
That is amazing.
You
The
like
score,
low-key got all of them.
27
Having somebody,
points.
I mean, when is somebody going to quiz Tracy?
Oh, I'm ready.
Ooh.
You're not gonna
Heaven.
come
Oh.
in my studio and try to calm me down to the
Heaven.
carpet.
All right, bet. We about to make our own quiz.
Heaven, call me girl.
Anytime.
I got you.
Thank you for stopping by.
This was so
Buttertone,
fun.
our inaugural media appearance. This has
Oh my
been,
God, thank y'all.
We did good though. I
Yes,
think
this
we did
is so
good.
much fun.
And next time we're going to sing for the people.
Co, where can people find you and your work on the interwebs?
I'm on Twitter as co_616.
Okay.
And same on Instagram. If you are trying to stay woke in these trying times, thetrace.org, Team Trace on Twitter, and facebook.com/Team Trace.
Not to be confused with Team Tracy, which we all are.
Right.
But this
all
is
of
Team
us are
Trace.
This is Team Trace.
The Trace.
I'm in the
Right,
process
no
of
why.
trying to buy the domain from y'all. So.
It's been
costs
it's been a
money.
complicated negotiation. Yes, thank you all for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you. Please come back. We're
I
going to do
will.
more ad libs. Can we end this on one of the ad libs that I did not enter into
Yeah,
the frame?
sure.
Tell me why, oh why, oh why. Why, oh why, oh why. Why, oh why, oh why, oh why, oh why, oh why, oh why. I've been sleeping in my
Now if you truly love me, alright, then this would not be happening.
Support for Another Round comes from Squarespace. With Squarespace, you get a unique domain experience that's simple to set up and an all-in-one platform to help you create a beautiful, modern website that's nothing like those old dial-up websites. You remember that sound? To help quiz me on some other old-school computer sounds, I have with me Tyler Sorensen from BuzzFeed's creative department. Hello, Tyler.
Hey, Tracy.
What you got? What you got?
Here is your vintage computer sound.
This is what a printer used to sound like.
Yeah, you're
A
right.
line
You're right.
printer.
It had the sprocket holes on the sides.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Uh-huh.
I remember those. Yeah.
Oh man, my mother used to have one, and I used to love to rip the sides of the paper
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
But I would do it on clean paper,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I would get in all kind of trouble. Get your unique domain today at squarespace.com. If you sign up for a year, the domain is free, and you can also save 10% off your first purchase with the offer code Another Round, as in the name of the show that you're listening to right now. Make your next move with Squarespace. We are hyped to have in the studio with us
Hype.
Kenny and Keith Lucas. Hey, y'all.
What up? What
What's
up?
up?
if you are wondering why you're hearing the same voice twice, it's because they are twins.
What?
Which means they have the same voice. So this is going to be really fun for listeners who cannot see.
We have the same voice.
We
I
do
thought we
have
had some
similar-
distinctions.
Oh, y'all are cute. Y'all are cute.
I cannot tell y'all apart. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
And she's looking at you.
So good luck, listeners.
So the Lucas brothers, if you are not familiar with them, first of all, get your life together. They are please, quickly get it together. A hilarious comedic duo. We've mentioned that they are twins. Just keep this in mind as we go along with this. You may have seen them on Arrested Development or in the movie 22 Jump Street, and they now have their very own stand-up special on Netflix. Lucas Brothers, on drugs.
You got
Nailed
it.
it. Nailed
Welcome.
it. Yeah. Hey, thanks for having us.
Thank
No
you for
problem.
having us.
How's it going?
Everything's dope.
Life is great.
Life is
Can't
good.
complain.
I mean,
man.
we're almost close to World War III, but
yeah.
other than that,
Given
everything's
all
cool.
that.
I
Given the
got
current
iced
situation.
coffee. You know, I took the edible, smoked the joint. I'm good.
all right.
Yeah.
Did you bring any for us?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I have an edible if you want. So.
Ooh.
But you, I don't know.
Okay.
Let's
I
get
just-
wavy.
You guys want some?
We love
I'm
presents.
never mad at a present.
Not now, though.
Not now. Man.
Thank you.
We're professionals,
I'm just
man.
putting it on the table.
I respect
Literally
you. I
putting it on the
respect
table.
it. I was
Putting it on
like,
the
no,
table.
gotta stay professional. First, I want to do this just because I know that it's not going to help at all. Can we have you identify yourself so that our listeners will know who is speaking when?
Without a doubt. My name's Kenny.
Okay.
And this is Keith.
Yeah. So
I
should
hope that was helpful.
Yeah. So should I say my name before I say anything? Oh, Keith speaking.
Honestly, maybe. We're going to try to do that. Hopefully, we'll remember who has who.
Yes. We've been assigned.
Yes.
Keith will clear his
Man to
throat
man
every
difference.
time he's about to spark.
There you go.
Keith,
there you
let
go.
me clear my throat.
So here's a question. How and when did you first know that you were twins? Like, not just regular brothers, but like
Yeah,
twins.
that's a great. I mean, I knew he looked like me when I was like 4. I was like, this guy looks remarkably like me. It's really unbelievable.
Uncanny.
Look at that baby.
I saw,
Look just like me.
yeah, we just looked at it. I thought it was my imagination, but he might be real. So it was like 5 or 6. Yeah, and then like our mom dressed us alike. And not only did we look the same, but we were dressed exactly the same. Yeah. And then everybody in school pointed it out. So
Yeah.
we sort of came to the realization that we were identical twins.
Finish each other. That's so cute.
Like, real talk, if I was a mom and I had twins, I'm scared I could not tell them apart.
Yeah.
I think it takes some time. Our mom, she kind of figured it out. Yeah, I think
Still working
Kind
on
of.
it.
I think she knows us by voice. I don't know. I feel like
I
she
don't know,
knows.
man. Sometimes she says Kenny or Keith.
Oh, really?
She used to call us Kenny or Keith when we were young.
Kenny or Keith.
Nah, she said Kenny.
Like,
and Keith.
literally,
Okay.
that's the one
She
name.
was- name.
She would say Kenny and Keith, come here.
Hey, Kenny Keith. I love that. I would do that.
I would have to. Or like,
Yeah, it's easier.
Kenny Keith.
Kenny Keith.
or like give one of the babies a tattoo is what I would do.
Because you don't want to seem like you're favoring one or the other. So
What
you
kind of
say Kenny
tattoo?
Keith.
Probably like just like a teardrop.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
I was going to say,
teardrop.
like, thing
Yeah.
one, thing two.
So you're
That is-
turning him into a gang member. already.
Well, okay, here are the benefits. One, I can tell them apart.
True.
2, nobody's gonna fuck with him in school.
That's right. That's fair.
right.
You know?
That's fair.
So wait, how old were you when you were stopped dressing alike?
26. I'm just kidding. We were, how old were we?
I would say it was
too long.
It was too long.
First and
It
foremost.
was middle school, right?
It was middle school.
Yeah.
It was
Oh.
way too, like, you can't, like, once you're over 13, you can't dress like another
Because
dude.
girls are not. They're not going to respond favorably to that. It's just
You
weird.
supposed to dress like your girlfriend at 13 with a little airbrush t-shirt. and
Oh,
shit.
yeah. I
It'd be
forgot
weird if
about
all 3 of y'all got on like the same Keith and Danielle shirt. But then
I did like a girl named Danielle in middle
Bam.
school.
Yeah.
So that
I
was,
knew that we did our research.
Odd. So odd. So weird.
So I want to talk about the leap from law school to stand-up comedy, which is a bit unconventional, I would dare to say.
Yeah, it's been done before. Demetri Martin went to NYU, and Greg Giraldo went to Yale.
Dimitri dropped out, though, but not Greg.
Greg Giraldo didn't drop out. I think it's just like when you're in law school and you're faced with like the possibility of spending 30 years as a lawyer. Like, you look at that like hard. You're like,
Yeah.
damn, I want to be a lawyer.
That's like the future I'm aspiring to.
I was like, fuck that, man. Do I really want this?
We're not even there yet.
One dude in class was like, one of my law classes, he was like, I love the grind. He loved it. And I was like, I don't have that passion. And I think you gotta have that passion to make it through as a lawyer. And he called me just in time and it was like, yo, I'm thinking about dropping out. And I was like, that's exactly what I needed.
Finally, thank you.
It's a sign from God. I'm thinking about, I need to get out of this. And then we just like, fuck it. And I was in New York, so I was like right around the corner from the cellar. I would go there. I would go to like Eastville.
That's where you started?
I started in New York, yeah.
Or just like, oh, I'm going to pop
I
out
was
the
still
cellar.
No, I didn't let me up. I had to pay to get in. Hey, can I get 5 minutes? I've never done comedy before.
but I'm worth it.
I think I
promise.
can do it.
How did you know like how to start?
I did improv at first, and I sucked, and I was like, I would rather write and do jokes on stage.
Talk to me about improv. I feel like it's a lot.
It's hard. It is. It's like, I don't know, something about like not having the structure sort of throws me off. And I don't know, I'm not good off my feet, so like I need to have well-written jokes to do it. But I mean, I understand the skill though, and I know why people do it. And if you're great at it, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Word.
But if you stink,
Yeah, how often is somebody great at improv?
Bill Murray is fantastic. Bill Murray, Will Ferrell, those guys. Like there are some great people at improv.
Oh,
but for the most part,
Aubrey Plaza.
She's great.
She's fantastic.
But they're super exceptional, right?
Oh yeah.
Around here, we like to say that improv is white people's spoken word.
It's like there are not that many good spoken word people.
There
but
aren't.
the proportion of people trying
That's
versus the
right.
good
Is a
ones.
lot.
I think everybody thinks they can do it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, I can do that. And then
Yeah.
you do it and you're like, holy shit. Like,
It's
no, I
harder
can't.
than I thought. Yeah. Wait, did you guys do like improv or something? No.
No improv.
No?
I feel like it's
we keep saying we're going to.
Really?
yes and is just not my vibe.
Yeah.
My
It's
vibe
too
is
positive.
Like, no.
Sometimes I want to say no.
And how dare
you? Go fuck yourself.
No, and why?
I have several follow-up questions. I think especially since it's such a white space, like I don't like giving white people that much leeway
That's fair.
around me.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
don't want to do this together.
Yeah.
Unless we already have a vibe. Obviously, they're like tight teens and shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I wish more black people would do improv. I think
Yeah.
it'd be great.
Yeah, we should start an improv.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's call it a blimprov.
Let's-
I didn't think
Let's
this through.
call
I'm
it
fired.
sister, guys. Clearly.
Yes. I'm in.
I missed the
Just-
opportunity. It was really fair.
I set it up for you.
Yeah, I'm terrible at this.
That's why we got to work together, guys.
That's right. Speaking of togetherness, we read this really beautiful quote. I can't remember where we read it from because I didn't write it down. It says, when we're not together, we tend to be more depressed. I'm so interested in hearing about how having a twin like helps you manage like depression and anxiety and things of the sort.
Yeah, we talk a lot about like self-care and stuff.
Sure.
on our show.
Yeah,
So
I've got anxiety. She's got depression. Hi.
We all got something. I got something.
Everybody got everything.
Yeah. I think it's a double-edged sword. So it's like on the one hand, you have your best friend, and if you're ever like feeling down, you have someone to talk to, and you know it helps you deal with like those calamities. But on the other, it's like there's also separation anxiety. So when you're not together, like it enhances feelings of like depression and like so you have to it's a delicate balance. Like you still have to have your own life because, you know, God forbid, what if he's not here, you know? Like I have to figure out a way to cope or kill myself. That's an option.
One or the other.
Either
One
way.
or the other. Yeah, it's a strange thing because it's like we're so close and we learn from one another. And I learn how to exist in this world by watching him and vice versa. And we talk all the time. But I do believe that you have to learn how to cultivate yourself. Because as he said, you know, it's not going to always be like this. And maybe one day I'm going to want to start a family or something like that.
Are you really?
I don't know, man.
Not today. It's okay.
Part
It's
of me,
okay.
I don't want to, but part of me is like, I don't know. What if?
Would you name your firstborn Kenny?
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to name mine Jerome.
Just giving me the middle name.
Adorable. Also, Tracy is a good name for
Tracy's a
baby.
great name.
It is. Boy's name, girl's
Dick
name.
Tracy.
Hey, either way, I'll take it.
Since we're friends who work together, but I have no idea what it's like to like work with your family, let alone like your twin brother.
Yeah, and we live together too, so it's like it's the
Yeah.
You
person
get tired of each other?
Right.
I mean, sometimes we have fundamental breakdowns in our relationship where we question everything.
Oh my God, samesies.
But only on Tuesday. Yeah. After
Time and a place for everything.
Yeah, it's a
I
time and
respect
place.
it.
And look, it's human nature to have conflict with people that are close to you.
Yeah.
We just try to look at the bigger picture. Like we love each other, so like we gotta let. And we're trying to make money. Yeah, and we want to. We're a business, so like, he's my bread and butter, man. I can't. I lose him. I'm solo. I'm done.
I really enjoyed watching the special. I got high,
Thank you.
as I do before I watch any
As
special.
usual.
I assume that's how they're supposed to be
Of course.
consumed.
Yeah.
How do you like start with like making a special? Where do you begin?
It's a
process.
long game. Like you start with that first joke that you ever write that gets a laugh, and you're like, okay, now I have to do this for an hour.
Did you know you were going to start with Richard Nixon?
No. I mean,
When did Richard come to you?
Richard came to. I mean, we've always been fascinated by Richard Nixon and
presidents in general.
But Richard Nixon always stood out because he was so complex and maniacal and just a weird, crazy dude. And we realized that a lot of our material sort of reflected his neurosis, right?
Yeah. Or the policies.
And his policies.
Yeah. Because the war on drugs, he started it. And like our family got ravaged by it. We do drugs. We went to law school to study crime. He went to Duke Law, where Nixon went. So it was just a lot of weird parallels. I mean, not parallels, but coincidences.
That's creepy.
They're very creepy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Nixon's a creepy dude, so of course.
And then what I didn't know was that Nixon would now be relevant during this time.
Yeah. But that was sort of percolating once we realized that it was going to be Trump and Hillary. It was like they both had like Nixonian elements.
Yeah.
And it was like when we were writing the special, we were like, okay, if Nixon is the perfect sort of bridge between the two, because they all sort of relate to him.
And you're doing politics, so you know how it goes. Like if you start talking about something like Hillary, and then she loses the election, now your special is completely dated, and you want to avoid that, right?
Yeah.
So we did Nixon. It's like you can't date us now because we're talking about a nigga who's dead.
What?
I also love that you call the war on drugs the war on niggas who just want to have fun.
That's what it is, man.
That really set me in a good place. I was like, yes, this is where I need to be.
It really is. If you think about it, it's just like I read this article where it was like the FBI was mad at the fact that black dudes were playing jazz and hanging out with white women apparently, and they're like, we gotta put an end to
Niggas
this.
out here having fun.
Niggas out here having fun.
Yeah.
I can't have all this fun, so fuck it. We're gonna
I think I hear a Negro laughing.
unacceptable.
Get the dog.
I hear a jazz.
This music. The FBI hates jazz, man.
Shut it down.
No more jazz. How could you hate jazz? Who hates jazz?
Yeah, that's a whole lot of
J. Edgar
effort.
Hoover hated jazz. He hated everything black people did.
He hated blackness.
Yeah, he hated the essence of it, the culture.
I love your fascination with presidents.
Oh,
Who's
yeah.
so Nixon's number one, I'm
Yeah.
assuming?
I would say
Nixon.
Lincoln.
LBJ.
LBJ was fascinating. Reagan, very fascinating guy. Obama, obviously.
Ooh, where were you during the election
Obama.
night?
I was in Durham
Law school, yeah.
Duke Law. It was all the black law students, and it was like
Oh.
amazing. It was great. We were like running down the fucking street, just screaming our asses off.
Yeah,
It was amazing.
Remember Hope?
I know.
I believe hope is an old Celtic word.
What is
I
hope?
remember.
It's a good catchphrase.
Where were you in the 2016 election?
I was in my
uh,
apartment.
Yeah.
And we were all, everybody was bummed. And
Were you having like an election watch party?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were doing an election, and I didn't know who was going to win. I wasn't like one of those, like, Hillary's definitely going to win. I was like, I don't fucking
That
know.
was me.
So,
I was like,
oh,
a fair God wouldn't let this happen.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
I always
was-
thought Trump could win, though.
Yeah.
In the back of my mind, I was like, elections are unpredictable.
Especially
There's
when
no
we-
certainty.
and we lived in North Carolina, and you kind of, you know, you just sort of know, like, Obama was a once-in-a-lifetime politician. And
Trump is, too.
yeah, Trump is too. And, like, Hillary
worst
just went up
way.
against forces that she just couldn't.
No. You
Couldn't
can't
beat.
prepare for that. Like, you can't.
Yeah.
Had the war on drugs never happened, and it's a wild thing to try to imagine because kind of fucked up a whole lot of shit in
Yeah.
life as we know it. But
yeah.
like, if that hadn't happened, do you think that you eventually would have found your way back to comedy, or would you have stayed like?
I don't know.
law
Like,
school.
war on drugs doesn't happen. Maybe my father doesn't go to prison. Maybe Newark isn't like terrible. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
hard to like. It's a weird hypothetical to consider. I think I probably would have been like a Supreme Court justice.
Yeah, if more money was invested,
yes.
if more money was invested in the inner city, and they decided to focus on treatment instead of criminalization,
and punishment.
I think that would have been better for everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, because we have so many resources, and we decide to just lock people up as opposed to helping them out. And
I mean, we spent what $300 million to drop bombs. Like one bomb, $300 million. That's absurd.
And I love how they have nicknames.
Lady off my back with that.
Do the bombs have nicknames?
Yeah, the
Right.
mother of all
The
bombs.
mother.
Why? Why are we all repeating this phrase?
Why are we making it sound cute? It's
Yeah.
like we're killing.
I know.
It's
Give it a
just-
cute acronym.
What's the word? We've pacified war, and we made it seem like it's like a natural occurrence, but it's like, no, this is a man-made decision. We're deciding to do
Preach,
these.
brother. Speak your mind.
Oh my goodness.
Power to the people.
I was trying to make a very good point.
You was on the road too.
I was feeling it, man.
Yeah.
I'm curious what your relationship is like to like the legal system.
Love hate.
Growing,
Love hate. Yeah.
you know, like especially growing up with an incarcerated parent.
Yeah. I think I understand the necessity of a legal system. I just wish ours was more efficient and more fair. That's it. That's all I ask for. Just a more fair,
Yeah, the
efficient-
laws are supposed to be race neutral, but
Yeah.
obviously, when you look at the sentencing,
It's not.
it's
Right.
not. Like the facts are
Or
self-evident.
you look at the death penalty.
The death penalty, all of it. Like, it's clearly unfair, and that's because laws are interpreted by human beings.
Yeah.
and they're completely.
I think we need to recognize that. Like, I think a lot of times we say that the law is the law and it's independent of humans, but it's like, no, it's not.
Right.
No, it's the inverse. Humans interpret the laws.
Humans make the laws,
Yeah.
and sometimes humans are very, very fallible,
Yeah.
and they're very prone to poor decision making. And if we can figure out a way to
account for that.
yeah, to account for that,
Change it from rational man theory to, people have some problems and we should take that into consideration.
And I think behavioral economists are starting to do that. They're starting to recognize that humans are more nuanced and complex than you can't just assume that everybody's reasonable.
Yeah.
What role do you see comedy having in trying to like change all this fucked up shit around?
I think it's going to have a pretty substantial role. It's like when Nixon got elected in '68, and then the '70s comedy scene jumped on. You had Carlin, Richard Pryor, Bill Cosby, like just this huge explosion of comedy. I think that's going to happen too with Trump. I think it's going to be more socially active, more conscious, because comedians have to adapt to the times.
And comedians have a huge platform, so like I don't think we have an obligation to say things, but when we do say something and we can make nuanced points about policy, we might as well try it.
Yeah.
You said you don't feel like there's an obligation, but do you feel like it's a responsibility as black men with the platform?
That's a fantastic.
I think I don't want.
Taking that breath.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. It's what is responsibility?
Because I don't want to say that a person has to do their material in a particular way. Like, if you want to be a black comedian and just do straight observational comedy, you should have that right? But on the other side, it's like, man, there are a lot of people suffering, and you have a platform. I feel like you should say something.
So it's still up to the individual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't go against my philosophy.
I love stoner comedies a lot, but I often get kind of, I don't know, like jealous, a little resentful at like how I feel like it's a very dude genre. Like it's a lot of
Super
dudes
dude.
frolicking.
And it's unfortunate.
Dude in white
Because
clothes.
it's not the case. Why aren't any
and like
black
I'm
girls?
mad.
That's what we
mad
saying.
Black girl stoners.
Black girl smokes. There should be a black girl stoner comic, and maybe there is one. I'm just
Blanking. I don't know
Blanking.
one.
I don't know. But I was really excited when Broad City came out.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, I do like this.
Yeah.
It's great. And you have to see more sides, right?
And we need a show where you see black women smoking weed and being.
This is what the ancestors wanted.
That's what they wanted.
this is all we're fighting for.
We
King's
just
dream.
want to see people chilling,
Yeah.
smoking weed. That's what
Black
you want.
people have fun too.
I do wonder if that's part of like why, because I didn't get high for the first time until like a year and a half ago.
Oh, wow.
I will be 35 at
Oh,
the end of
wow.
this month.
I've been pushing that.
She been
pushing
trying.
her.
And everybody
Smokey
around me
from
for the
Friday.
longest time was like, you ready to smoke
You
yet?
ain't got
ready to
no
get out?"
job. You ain't got
You got
shit.
shit to do.
That's me.
But I legit didn't know that was a thing that black people do. Or that black women in particular do. I
that's
just
what
didn't know
mean.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, no representation.
You know,
Yeah.
no one in my none of the black women in my family smoke weed in front of us ever.
They smoke, but
I'm sure they smoked,
weed for sure.
but I never saw it.
But the men in your family would smoke around you?
Always.
Do you smoke with your family ever?
My little brother. I have. Yeah.
How's your little brother?
He's 21.
Oh,
Yeah.
babies.
Yeah.
So we smoke. They came to visit us 2 weeks ago, and we all had a celebratory joint. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
I just hit the point where I can get drunk around my family.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We went
It was
to
fun.
Olive Garden. I got white wine. Get wavy.
I feel like white wine is like the starter.
I
This
know.
is my first time drinking with my family
I could have
drink.
been just Prosecco again.
Listen.
Prosecco.
I'm a Prosecco fan.
The king of Prosecco.
I'm the king of Prosecco, they say.
How did you tell your parents you were a smoker? A stoner?
Oh, we didn't tell our mom until she does not like it. She does not like
Has she
marijuana.
seen a special?
She's seen it.
Has she met you
She was
recently?
there. She at first she was very apprehensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess she thought I don't know. You know, my parents fear you're gonna smoke weed.
It's like you smoking weed, you're gonna end up like your father, going to prison and be a drug dealer like
That's
Walter
a
White.
That's a leap of logic, bro. That's a bit of a slippery slope.
Do you want to be Walter White?
a little bit.
I think it's kind of bad at it. Yeah, she doesn't care now. She knows that we're very responsible. So,
But when we first dropped out of law school and told her we wanted to be comedians while smoking weed, I'm sure she was like,
Yeah.
nuts. Come back home, baby.
so you guys are drug addicts now.
What should you ever have kids or find yourself in charge of a child?
In charge of a child?
I don't know what your plans are in life, but what will you teach them about drugs?
I would try to tell them the truth. I would tell them that some drugs are more harmful than others. I don't think that certain drugs should be criminalized, and I would tell them to be cautious. Don't just throw shit in your body because you see what happened to Lim Bias. I would show them. I would just show them Charlie Sheen. That's it. Just like
Yeah.
okay.
It'd just be like,
He's scared straight though.
I want to say just smoke weed.
Yeah.
Don't do anything else.
Yeah.
But I don't think
that's my
I don't
rule
think you should start smoking weed at 15.
No,
I think
no.
it'll fuck you.
I
up.
think you should be 25.
Yeah.
I think that should be the limit that you start smoking. I think
Okay.
your brain should be fully developed.
Yeah.
And you should.
Yeah.
You should be out of school.
Yeah.
You heard that, kids?
Yeah. Wait until after you graduate
college.
And then get fucked
Then get fucked
up.
up. Because life will get worse after you graduate.
Well, could you imagine you start smoking weed at 15? You're not even dealing with human problems yet. You want to smoke. You want to save the weed for real problems.
It'll mean more to you.
Yeah.
If
Wait
you've
till you
gone
got
through
bills.
some. Yeah, exactly. yeah, exactly. Get some fucking bills.
You
first.
gonna need something with you when you get them bills and them notices coming in. So we have been very, very curious as to just what your lives look like from being comedians and being twins. That's really weird. And just walk us through a day in your life. It's like a It's like a Tuesday.
I'm gonna
Tuesday.
simplify it.
Okay.
Imagine one lazy nigga and multiply it by 2, and then that's it. We smoke weed all day
okay.
and try to
Yeah,
straight
we
work.
we wake up, we smoke.
Early, late, are you morning people?
11-ish,
Yeah.
12-ish.
Yeah.
So that's
Are
late.
you awake and bake people?
Wake and
Oh
bake.
yeah, yeah.
Awake and
For sure.
bake, edible. We smoke throughout the day.
Yeah.
Normally we're reading something.
Yeah.
We'll have 3 or 4 books that we're just going. We don't read all of them at the same time.
Yeah.
but we're just,
That would be really
and we
impressive.
talk a lot.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about.
And we write.
And we
That's
write.
it.
Yeah.
What are you
So you
reading right now?
trade off books? Yeah, I'm so curious.
What do we read? We're reading.
I'm reading this book called Comedy by Andrew Stott. It's great.
Yeah.
It's
And I'm
fantastic.
reading History of Western Philosophy by Bertrand Russell.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
okay. I feel
How's
like I
that
wouldn't be
going?
able to read either of these on any substance
Russell.
ever.
Haven't heard
Bertrand
that name
Russell's
in
a
a
lot
bit.
clearer than the comedy book.
I know, it's crazy.
He's much clearer.
I find that surprising.
I thought he would be obtuse, but he's
No,
not.
he's such a clear writer.
Yeah.
That's why I love him.
So what is your preferred
format of weed.
Accoutrement.
I don't know how else to say that.
Yeah.
Format of reading?
Of weed.
Yeah.
Is it like a
Bowls,
blunt, a
vapes?
joint?
Definitely not a blunt. We've been.
I can't do blunts.
I can't do
Why?
blunts. I
They
don't know.
fuck me up, man.
I mean,
Like,
it's a lot.
It's
It's
too
just
much.
too much.
Yeah.
I like a blunt.
I mean, a blunt every
You
now
just
and
started
then.
smoking though, so
I know. I didn't know any better. It's been a while since I've had a blunt. But that was the first thing I learned how to roll. And I was like,
blunt?
"Ah, like
I
this
still don't know how to roll
I
it.
don't know.
Everyone who
about
I knew who smoked where I was growing up in Northern Virginia had blunts.
blunt. Yeah, my
I
Yeah,
just assumed
definitely
that
at home
was-
too. Ooh,
Yeah, our brothers were doing blunts. And I was like, they were smoking blunts. And I was like, I don't know, man. This is just, this ain't for me. But
Yeah.
we smoke joints and we, edibles.
Edibles,
And then the college
vapes.
white boys have like their intense bomb
bongs.
situation.
Yeah, I don't really do the bombs, man.
They seem
With the
scary.
wires
Yeah.
and shit in the tubes.
I was like, wires? They got
Yeah.
electrical ones now? Oh, shit.
I like
Yeah.
vaping. Vaping's fun.
Vaping's the cleanest,
Yeah.
cleanest way to do it.
Yeah.
And that's how we normally
That sounds
take
like
our
an adventure.
drugs.
That's a good
What?
format.
But it's dangerous,
vape?
though. Like,
The vape?
because you don't like really control yourself. You just keep doing it, and you don't know when it hits. It's just sometimes you have
And
to.
then
be
you're
very-
fucking bouncing off walls and
Yeah, I feel
watching
like
Pauly
this is-
Shore movies.
Yeah,
The point.
That is the point.
Yeah,
That is the point.
that's the objective.
to bounce off walls and watch Pauly Shore movies.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
All right. I feel like I know what it's like to
To be a twin?
day.
Pretty,
Yeah.
Are you
It's a day
excited?
in life.
Pretty mundane, right? Yeah, pretty mundane
Chill
life.
as fuck.
Yeah, you
More
gotta
chill
be
as fuck
chill.
within my life.
Yeah.
I think
I
people
do.
are doing too much.
Oh, we go to therapy sometimes.
Oh, we go to
Yeah,
therapy.
yeah.
I think
Together?
Oh, yeah, we have a joint therapist.
What?
Wait, do you really?
Mhm.
So is it like couples therapy?
It's like
family.
couples therapy.
Yeah, yeah,
it's
I
like,
guess family therapy.
Couples, family,
Yeah,
familial therapy.
yeah,
Huh.
It's pretty weird.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
gotta
have
hear-
questions, but I don't know what my questions are.
I
You just
know.
don't want to pay
curious.
twice for the same story.
Yeah. We were seeing a therapist, but going back to back.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Uh-huh.
we're spending way too much money for this.
Yeah.
No, we just go inside and
Yo,
break
you
down
wanna share a
together.
therapist?
I never even thought about that.
Me
You guys
either.
can share
Why
therapy.
are we doing that?
Just do it.
You go first for the first half of the session, and then I'll go.
No, you guys both gotta be
how
in
it
it.
works.
You guys both gotta be in it.
We're a couple, Tracy.
Yeah,
Okay.
Exactly.
You my sister.
This is our rapid fire question segment called Pew Pew Pew. Pew, pew, pew. These are finger guns, and they're firing really fast. You get it?
I get it. I like it. I like it.
Right.
Glad we've all discussed.
Talk to us about your beard care regimen.
Ooh.
Are
Okay.
there certain like butters and oils you like brush it?
It's a movement. It's like a moment.
Massage
Yeah.
it, y'all
Yeah.
like braid it up, do it like a
as a
braid
lazy
out.
man, you gotta remember laziness is applicable to everything that we
All
do.
aspects of our
All
lives.
aspects of our lives.
But
so.
if we're on our P's and Q's, you take a shower, you get some oil, you brush it out. I said if. I didn't say I did it. If.
hypothetically
speaking.
One might.
One could.
in theory, one could.
Yeah.
I don't do shit.
Okay.
Honestly. Once I combed it.
Yeah.
Once,
But-
how'd that go?
Once.
It was hard. It was like kind of weird.
It's naughty.
It was
It
like
hurts.
naughty and shit. So I was like, I can never do that again.
Oh shit, I never thought about that
Yeah.
being like uncomfortable.
It's very
I just let it be. Maybe I should be more
active.
active and
Your grooming process,
and
yeah.
grooming my beard.
Check out
but-
like beard care Instagram.
No, I've seen a bunch of them. And
It
people
is.
If
are
I could just
really
get an app
into it.
and send someone to come over and do it for me, that'd be great.
dope.
So,
But people are really into it. Like one dude, like this beard care dude, I took a picture with him and like his fans were like, "That's not a real beard. That guy doesn't take care of his beard." Like, Jesus Christ, dude,
Why are you taking pictures of this worm?
why do you care?
Would you or have you ever dated siblings?
I would have. We would have, and we
Have
have
not.
not.
no.
But when we were young, we really loved these twins.
Ooh.
It was like these young black girl twins, and we were
That we're not
obs-
Tia and Tamara?
not Tia
Not
and
Tia and
Tamara.
Tamara.
We were obsessed with them.
Ones?
But
There
they
are
didn't like us.
more.
They didn't like us for some reason. We were like, we're the perfect match.
Aw.
We're black, you're black, we're twins.
What
you're
else
twins,
do you
we live
need?
in
What
North
else do
Jersey.
you
Come
fucking
on.
Come on.
need?
Let's
There's so
hang
much
out.
in common.
What are the
odds?
odds you're going to meet another pair of black twins?
Yeah.
They didn't see it that
Why?
way.
Yeah, what's that?
I don't know. They weren't feeling us.
Yeah, I don't know.
But we were dorks, so
We were
that's probably.
But they were dorks too.
Well, we were playing with
well,
action
shit.
figures at a very
Yeah.
too long. So.
Yeah. There was nothing sexy about it.
No. So I understand, but it's still very depressing that they didn't give us a chance.
Yeah, I know.
Well, they're kicking themselves now.
I know. We had a sitcom in the making.
Oh yeah,
Damn.
At least a reality TV
At least
show.
a reality TV show.
Could have been on E right now.
Ooh, tell us about your family nicknames.
Our nicknames? Okay. I never had
Twins.
Hey, twins.
Our family was very, very unconventional. They called us twins.
One dude in high school called us Mary, Fake, and Ashy.
Yeah.
That was great. Very clever. Very creative. I mean,
You got to give him points for the creativity, though.
That's like one of those Martin insults.
Yeah, it is. It was very Martin-esque.
Yeah.
It was Martin-esque, and he nailed it, too. When they said it, everybody was laughing.
I mean, it crushed. Everybody was laughing. Everyone
get it,
people
I
stood
get
up
it.
and started clapping. Like, that's a little bit too much.
It was me clapping.
I'm sorry, Ken. I had to clap.
Okay. He just gets us so well.
We don't know who's Mary, Fake, or Ashy.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Ooh, what is the last Wikipedia wormhole you went down?
I hate to say this. I really hate to say this because it's not. I want to be honest.
Okay.
And don't judge me.
Oh, no. This is a safe space.
I was looking at my own Wikipedia. I've been looking at it for because it just came up, and I was like, "This is a little weird." Like,
Do you know who wrote it?
I don't know.
Isn't that kind of... It's a
It's
little
weird.
Do you have like
Creepy.
any edits
I did.
or thoughts?
Actually.
But yeah, I've been on it for the last 2 days, and I'm sorry. I apologize.
I was looking at two things, jokes and logic. So I was just like reading up on
Wow.
informal.
I'm sure those are like 13
informal,
volumes long.
It just kept
You
going. It
know?
just kept going.
Okay, one last question, then we're going to wrap. Maybe 2 or 3 word sentence.
Okay.
What is wrong with men?
Too much testosterone.
Aggression. Too competitive.
Not in touch with their emotions.
Yeah, wanting to be the best at things and being competitive and wanting to conquer an opponent. It's like, oh, just take a chill pill.
Yes,
Like life is already hard. Like take it. Like existence is already difficult. Like we don't need this extra shit.
Yeah.
Let us cope with it, whatever way we want to. But I feel
2
like there's
to
this-
3 word.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, no. I'm in it. I'm in it.
But preach, brother. Keep going. My bad. Go
No,
ahead.
it's just
Yes.
It's okay to cry.
it's okay to be a little emotional.
Yeah.
And not want to strangle people. Just let it out.
Yeah.
Don't repress.
I think these are great notes to end on.
Yes. Listen, please come back to continue to tell men how to get together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I hope I'm
Absolutely.
sure they won't listen, but and smoke weed.
probably
Dudes do that enough.
Share your weed.
Share your weed.
Yes,
Share.
yes. This has been delightful.
Yes.
Great.
You are lovely individuals. Where can people find you and your work?
All right, so we have a special on Netflix called On Drugs, and if you want to find us, we have The Lucas Bros.
That's our Instagram.
At The Lucas Bros Instagram, and then Lucas Bros at Lucas Bros for Twitter.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can watch Lucas Bros Moving Co on Hulu.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yes, you have plenty of stuff to watch and listen to, so get on it. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you guys.
Yay.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
Heaven.
What up?
Heaven.
Yes, Tracy.
Got a question.
What?
Who you buying rounds for?
Okay, so I have a very specific small round.
Okay.
It's not the biggest joy in the world.
Okay. So it's like a
It's
like a shot, if you will.
Okay, so a thing that people like to do on Twitter is close-ups.
Do they?
Close-ups in terms of you see a picture drops in your feed,
Oh,
and you're
okay.
like, let's examine the photo.
Let's zoom in on this part. Okay.
Let's
I thought
zoom
you just
in.
meant like a close ass
No,
picture of
no,
somebody's
no.
face. I was like, who's got skin
They love to be
good
like
enough for that?
CSI that shit.
Yeah.
Zoom in.
Facial recognition software.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I love the people who are body language analysts on Twitter. But I think this is especially a joyous occasion. Not joyous. This is an especially pregnant occasion.
Ooh.
When Donald Trump and Ivanka Trump are in public.
Oh no.
Because they'll always be like, let's zoom in on their hands, fam. They don't even know
Wait.
each other. They barely want to hold hands. It's like you holding a pinky.
You know what? I always confuse his wife, and his daughter. I thought you were
Oh,
thinking about
wait.
the daughter.
What did I just say?
Wait, who's the mama?
I am speaking of the wife, Ivanka Trump. Melania Trump. I keep switching.
I
their
mean,
names.
honestly, I get it. Okay.
Okay.
So Melania and
So
Trump.
there'll
in
be
public.
all these like incredibly iconic photos of like Trump exiting the plane with the backdrop, and then you see like 7 steps up, it's Melania.
What is going on?
With no one to like hold her hand down the stairs.
Oh, honey.
And it's a tragic situation.
Do you
but
think that's
every
her
time-
decision? Like, I don't want you to touch me. Don't walk next to me. You just go do your little president thing and leave me alone.
You know, honestly, I haven't inquired further. I'm just enjoying the spectacle. Because they, like, I feel like a big part of, I don't know, the anti-Obama hatred people's hatred of black people is their invoked image of a black family and like how dare Obama and his beautiful ass family and wife be together and loving and what
And happy.
yeah and it's just like, well, what y'all doing? I feel like conservatives are the family party. Why is she 7 steps up?
Right.
I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy looking at like the finer details
Yeah.
of whose hand is being held by whose.
That is something that I will enjoy from here out. I will, because
It's my little round.
I just have so many questions.
Yeah. I feel like that is there are all these like chaotic little pieces of the presidency happening.
Yeah.
But that's one that will unfurl soon, I hope.
And it's like in the center of everything, really.
Right.
Like he's out here with his daughter at like meetings and shit. Like what is a first daughter? What are you talking about? What are you doing? Do you know that in my head, whenever there's a new Trump headline, I have this ongoing like fictional sitcom based on his life and his presidency called Whoops, I'm the President.
No.
Yes. And every time something happens, I hear, well, what are you going to do? Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Trump has that Time magazine cover from like 3 months ago where he's leaning against the White House monument like zany antics and still. See, yeah, it's a little zany out here these days.
What's going on today on Whoops, I'm the President? Lots of meetings.
Whoops, forgot Melania.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
I would like to buy a round. Can I? Is that allowed? Can I?
Please make your
sister?
round better than mine. Because it's only a half joy, you know. It's a joy mixed with sadness.
Mine kind of is too.
Ooh.
But it's a true crime podcast. So I feel like if you don't,
I'm already
then
out.
it's just all sadness. There's no happiness in this
All right,
room
tell
for
me
you at
about
all.
it, though.
So I have a new favorite true crime podcast.
Of course you do.
I had to retire one of my favorite true crime podcasts. And I don't know that this is the time to get into it.
It's okay.
But, you know, shit happens.
On to the next one.
On to the next. And the next is so much better than the last one.
Ooh.
He's super sexy.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the thing about the podcast. It's called Case File. So the host is Australian.
Okay.
And that's all we know about the host. Like, he's completely anonymous. We don't know his name. His face is not
He's
like out there.
anonymous.
He's anonymous. Like, he's the author or like the publisher or whatever is listed as anonymous in iTunes.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I'm really into that because there are some podcasts out there that I shall not name where the host gets a little too big-headed and like they kind of like insert themselves and like their problematic ass feelings about like sex workers and mental health and shit. And nobody
I feel
wants
like I
that.
notice this the most in true crime shit.
It happens a lot, and I think it's because I have theories and shit, but I don't. They're not like in
I
line.
be thinking and
I do
stuff.
be thinking, but there's a definite thing, and one of the worst things in the true crime genre is men who attempt to host like true crime comedy podcasts. Never works ever.
This
ever,
is where you
ever,
lose me.
Listen, I tried with 2. They're both terrible, and I think that like
where do they insert the comedy?
everywhere that there is none, basically. Like I listened to this one podcast, and again, I'm not trying to like, you know, catch me at a bar though. I'll tell you everything. I won't name all the names. But there's this one podcast that's hosted by a bunch of dudes, white dudes, I assume, presumably. And the first episode that I listened to, I was like, okay, this is a very popular show. People like it. People whose like opinion I trust. They really like this show. They always talk about how it's so well researched and this, that, and the third. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try. And the first episode I listened to was about a case that involved black people. I can't remember if the black people were the victims or it was a perpetrator. And within like 5 minutes of the actual story, they were doing terrible impressions of black people. Like, this is what this guy probably sounded like. And I'm just like, way to be tone deaf and just exclude a big part of your fucking audience.
So
you
does
know?
it come in the like recreation? Like, what are they doing?
They're literally just talking about the crime. Like, oh, so one day in South Dakota, that's so-and-so, such and such did this thing. And he was like, well, I don't know nothing about the hood. You know, it's like, it's basic white dude humor. But when you... And I mean, like, the true crime genre lends itself to talking about minorities because the victims are most often women. And a lot of times, like, they're, like, sex crimes and shit. And when you're a man or when you're anybody and you're telling a joke, you have to be conscious of your privilege and your power. Because I think the problem with true crime podcasts that are supposed to be funny that are hosted with dudes is they're always punching down. Because as a man, you're talking about crime. You're the one with the power because you're typically the one that's, like, killing people and shit. And so they try to like make jokes about like child molestation and like the aim, and it's just always so far off. Just awful,
white dude humor be missing
horrible.
me with that.
Every time. Like, the best way to torture me is to lock me in a room and just turn on a white dude comedy podcast. I will gnaw my own appendages off to get out of that chair. I swear to God I would. And when it's true crime, it's just, there's just too many risks and too many problems. However, this podcast so far is pretty solid. Now, it's not without its own like problems or whatever. There were a few episodes where they were talking, where the case was about like, it involved like transgender people. And there's a lot of like misgendering going on, and that shit is uncomfortable. But I mean, when you're living in the margins, you have to learn how to enjoy problematic material because nobody ever creates shit with you in mind, right? So I can listen to rap music that's very derogatory towards women. I can listen to true crime podcasts that fuck up the social shit sometimes, you know? There are podcasts where I cannot do that with, obviously. But this one so far, it's all right. So the host is Australian. A lot of the cases that they cover are based in Australia. And listen, if you are a true crime person, Australia is just so... There's nothing in Australia but like serial killers and tarantulas.
Yeah, it's like a whole continent full of
It's just
them.
lots of shit that can kill you.
Yes.
And probably enjoys killing you, right? So that means there's a ton of stories to tell. He's never going to run out of material. But, I mean, it's just a good, solid storytelling podcast. It's kind of like it's not so much like one person telling a story to another person, which is like the format for a lot of true crime podcasts. It's just somebody who like...
One anonymous guy.
And like he's got a team of writers. It's written like very prettily. You know, it's well researched. There's tons of like details. There's some archival footage, and he's not an asshole. Rare, so rare in the true crime world.
That's real.
Yeah, I highly recommend. The podcast is called Case File. Ooh, listen to the 3-part series about the Moores murders. Oh my gosh, that's all I'm gonna say.
Ooh.
Not you in particular.
Yeah,
I mean, how you just
one
like,
generally
if
should
you're
listen.
into it. If it's your cup of tea, if this
Yes.
is your jam, then you should check out Case File. I really like it.
We're a mixed bag today.
Aren't we? We've been all over the place. Excuse me. Heben, guess what we did?
We made it.
Made it.
Yo.
Again.
Every time.
Do you think there's ever going to come a time where we're not surprised by finishing the day?
Every day's a journey, Tracy. You know this. I know this. It's a feat.
Thank you so much to the Lucas brothers.
Hey.
They got the same face. Y'all should look at them. You can look at them on Netflix. Their special is out and streamable now. You can follow them on Twitter at Lucas Brothers. That's Lucas, Lucas, and Bros, not actually brothers, Bros, period.
It's Twitter.
Yeah, you know how Twitter does. Shout out to Akoto, a.k.a. Coco Butter. Is she Coco or am I? I'm good. She's Coco. Shout out to Coco, a.k.a. Akoto Aforiata. You can follow her at that's KO_616.
Shout out to the Pod Squad.
Pod Squad. Oh, yours got sad again.
As usual.
Oh,
I'm
Eeyore. Thanks for noticing me. We need to buy Eeyore around and some antidepressants one day. This episode was produced by Nina Patuk and Julia Ferlin with editorial oversight from Eleanor Kagan and Meg Kramer and production support by the newest member of the Pod Squad. We are so happy to have her, Agaranesh Ashagre. Shout out to our in-house musicians, Miss Jean Gray. You can follow her on Twitter at Jean Greasy, and Don Will of the Almighty Tanya Morgan. Follow him at Don Will. Follow Heben at Heben Rants. Follow me at Broken McPoverty. I don't know. Maybe you need a hobby. Maybe you should just follow us.
Your hobby
when you
should
need
definitely
something
be
to do.
just following Tracy's Twitter.
Follow me and then unfollow me and then follow me again and
Yes.
just do that whenever you're bored.
Yes. Email us, tweet us, Facebook us at Another Round. And subscribe on iTunes, tell a friend, etc., etc.
And rate us and leave a very nice message.
Yes, please.
We like those. Subscribe to our newsletter because it is banging.
Popping.
Do that at BuzzFeed.com/AnotherRound/newsletter. Buy you some merch. Get you a tote. It's got our little cartoon faces on it, and we're really cute, even in cartoon form.
True.
You should get some. Shop.BuzzFeed.com is where you can do that. Drink some water, take your meds, call your person. What else? Ooh.
Moisturize.
Yes, your scalp, though.
Huh?
How's your scalp doing? Is it good?
Are you coming for it? What's happening? It sounded so ominous. How's your scalp doing? Does someone need to snatch your wig?
I just really want people to have healthy scalps.
Thank you, Tracy, for checking on my scalp health.
I'm concerned. You know, get you a little, next time you wash your hair, do a little scalp massage. Get the blood flowing.
Get you
the
some coconut
oxygen
oil.
up there. Yeah. Get to oil all the crevices up there.
Oil all the crevices. Ooh.
Also moisturize the rest of your body. It's important.
And with that, we bid you adieu.
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 Et de un peu le fromage.
Gets me every time. I'm a sucker for Tracy's French.
I love it. Let's go.
Pamplemousse. What's my favorite French word, you guys? Grapefruit. Pamplemousse.
That's a real word.
I did not make that up.
What?
As
Say it
fake as
again.
that sounds.